I was really confused as a kid. You know, I didn't really know what to do. My dad left my mom when I was 2, and then my mom married another guy. She was on drugs and stuff. And then it was weird because like then her new husband would come home at night and like he'd beat her up, and so me and my sister got it. We were always with the cops because they were always called like every night because that happened like every day. And then eventually I had like a nervous breakdown when I was 11. I just kept getting bounced around during that time between people who would just take me in. I ended up getting placed in foster care.
Because before school is out, I want to take you both to the movies and to dinner.
When I first picked up Sarah out of McMinnville, I went to the women's house to pick her up and the lady wasn't home. Sarah was just sitting there waiting on me. And Sarah actually frightened me a little bit. She had an attitude beyond belief. She was not to go back home. She would stay here until she aged out of the system.
When Sarah came to us, she hadn't been to school for a year and had no credits.
I didn't have discipline. My mom worked all the time and I didn't have a dad. So my sister did her own thing. She worked and I just went off and just caused trouble. Knowing that my real mom won't be there for me, that was probably the hardest thing. I've always had like an attachment problem with my mom and I've always wanted to be by her. And I used to cry myself to sleep because I missed my mom, and I always, you know, when am I coming home?
They all want to go back to their parents.
Always.
No matter how good or bad the parents are, they always want to go back. And Sarah finally realized after, oh God, you know, maybe a couple of years that she wasn't going home. And it was actually a turning point in her life when she did that, and she said, you know, I got to make it on my own. And she started applying herself. And then she wound up graduating with honors and was going on to college. So, you know, that is very rewarding.
When I talk about it, it kind of doesn't seem real because it's kind of like, it's my past and I don't really try to remember it, but it's just there. I eventually learned to deal with it, that I just understand that my mom isn't the perfect mother. She tried her hardest. I mean, I have good memories too. I mean, they're not all horrible, but Fran is pretty much my mom. She's pretty much the only person that I really talk to.
She's probably my most successful child. I probably put more time in Sarah than I did any other child because she did have a lot of potential. Sarah's 18. She's been out of my home now for about 3 months, and she will tell you I am still always on her. To be careful, choose your friends carefully, beware of the pitfalls in life, because she is very important to me, and I can't help it. I love her like she's one of my own children.
She pretty much saved my life. I really don't know how to thank her.